Hello everyone. It is Stringfield Ridge Farm live show, live stream. I'm setting up, give me just a second. I am setting up my iPad below so that I can watch the comments. And I have my iPhone up here propped up, and then below that I'm putting up my iPad and I'm logging in on it on silent so that I can read comments. Let's see here. Smith Family Ranch, hello there. Okay, now I'm going to tell you, I have got to turn that off. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to watch down here, so I'll look up and down. Sorry about that. Duncan, there's Brenda. Duncan 1900 Homestead. Brenda, I'm still drinking my morning coffee. I could drink coffee all day long, y'all. I usually, if I drink it in the afternoon, I switch over to decaf. And I'm probably one of the not very many people who like instant coffee. I got rid of my coffee maker because I like instant better. So I keep Nescafe, or however it's pronounced. I keep that. I keep a full flavored, a regular, and a decaf of that. And I'll swap up and just heat up my handy dandy little pot there and make instant coffee. And I like it better than regular coffee. Now, like at work, they have a coffee pot going in the break room, and I drink that. But I prefer my instant coffee. And y'all can get these beautiful cups of any color on Brenda Duncan's Duncan 1900 Teespring. I think they have t-shirts and other things too. And so, you know what? I didn't put on my computer glasses, and I'm going to have a hard time seeing with these. All right, there we go. Had to get them adjusted. I have bifocals. And even with bifocals, I also have computer glasses because I can't see my computer at work. I have a pretty good sized computer at work, and I can't see it with the glasses on or off. So I have computer glasses. Okay. Tracy, hello Tracy at Leap of Faith Homestead. Tracy has worked so hard, y'all, on the picnic. We're having the Heartland Homesteaders Old-Fashioned Picnic in September. And Tracy, oh my gosh, it wouldn't be happening without her. She has worked so hard on it. She has gotten a food menu together and gotten people to bring food and door prizes. And she's just worked her booty off on getting our picnic all together and keeping it straight. And so I thank you so much, Tracy. And that's Heartland Homesteaders Facebook page. She has all kinds of stuff on there, the menu, some of the door prizes are named, and there's a link on there to the Eventbrite if you haven't signed up and want to come. So, all right. Higgs Rock Farm, come in, hello. And the Red Shed, I love that name. I was already subscribed to you, but I didn't hit the bell. So last night I saw you on another channel, and I looked and you had some videos, and I hit the bell, so I'll be catching up on your channel. The Red Shed, I just love that name. Let's see, let me go. Oh, Tracy said, yes, it would happen without me. No, I'm not so sure about that because I have worked overtime and everything else, and really, I mean, everybody kept wanting to have it, but a lot of people didn't just pitch in and do it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to throw a date and a place out there. And then Tracy just came in and started whipping everything up and getting everything going. So, not sure it would happen without you. Tracy's a rocking and a rolling. Yes, she is. She has really done a lot. Let's see. All right. I think I named everybody. All right. So I'll tell you, I was just watching. I was a couple of minutes late even getting on here because I was watching Melissa at it's Full House Homesteaders Homestead Mama. She is actually she is on live. Don't go over there and leave me, please. You can watch it later, but she is on live right now talking about food shortage and that kind of stuff, and is really interesting. And I almost hated to stop watching it and come over, but I will go back and watch hers after I get done. And it's very interesting stuff. Don't leave me and go watch, okay? But you can watch afterwards, like I'm going to do. And she is so smart. That woman, she is so smart about stuff, and she's just very intelligent. And a great channel to watch, a great channel to learn a lot of herbal stuff and essential oils, and she's just very intelligent. Anyway, so don't leave me to go watch, but you go watch afterwards and see what else she had to say. I'm going to go back. It was so interesting. I was like almost hesitant to come over. But I was like, I already said I'm going to do it. I got to do it. I'm going to do this every Wednesday at 12 noon for lunch. While I'm fixing my lunch, I'll stop and do this. And so if you don't know, I work a full-time job, 40 hours a week. Most of the time it's over 40 hours a week. And I am finally back to getting off on Wednesdays. So I have Wednesdays off and Friday afternoons off. Of course, Friday afternoon is busy, busy, busy. So taking care of things. So I thought on Wednesdays I would do a quick live show for lunch. Also, me and Lee together do a live show on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time. And so if you haven't seen those, come join us on that. And this Friday, this weekend, this Friday, we will be going to visit someone, and not going to tell who. It's a surprise. Not my daughter again. This is someone else. This is another channel. We're going to go visit them and do our live from there. So that'll be a big surprise. Y'all join us on that. Let's see. I'm trying to read, y'all. I may have to stop and go get the computer glasses because I'm having to get down to the bifocal here. Me and the kids are working on the banner right now. Awesome, Tracy. They are working on a banner, and she's going to put up balloons to show everybody where the picnic is when you get there, because the GPS isn't going all the way to the park, or it didn't for me. So, let's see. I enjoy putting events together. Yes, I thought Tracy should be an event planner because, man, she has really worked hard on this and done a great job of getting things together. She definitely should be an event planner. I thought, she said she had stuff from weddings. She does wedding cakes, and I thought the way she talked, she'd been a wedding planner. I was like, I didn't know you was a wedding planner. She said, I wasn't. I said, well, you surprised me because I would have sworn you were. And she definitely could be an event planner. So, also, let's see. Fun on the live. Oh, yeah, we have a lot of fun on our live. I always try to make a list just so we've got some topics to talk about. But then we have a lot of fun, too. So, GPS make a U-turn now. Yeah. Yes, GPS is crazy. It'll get you there, but then when it gets you there, it might trick you a little, too. I've had them do that. Dancing around the living room, doing the hump. Hey there, Amy. Amy's dancing around the living room. So, let's see. Also, Gossmania. Oh, my shirt. It says, I found my people. Hashtag homestead life. I got this transfer from VW Farms. Their daughter makes transfers that you can put on shirts. She's also putting some on shirts, but I got the transfer and put on my own shirt. I can't stand the high necks, so I usually get a V-neck or a whatever you call it, low cut neck. So I bought the transfers and put on my own shirt. And I'm fixing to get a shirt from Gossmania. She is doing shirts that say, oh, I'm gonna mess it up. I'm going to mess it up, y'all. I wish she was on here. She could tell us. But they just hit 1,000. And she had on a shirt in her last video that said, can't remember, Homestead Sisterhood. It said Homestead Sisterhood and then something below it, living, loving life, something. And she's making those. And she's also doing them for men that say Homestead Brotherhood. So I'm ordering those from her. And she had one on in her last video, so you could check that out and see. And they are at 1,000 subscribers, so congratulations to them. Let's see now. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Good deal. I'm listening, y'all, but may not comment. And if anyone wants to know anything from me, Teresa, just holler my name and I will comment back. All right, good deal. There is Mo Homesteading. Hello there. Okay. Also, like I was talking about the shirt, if you wanted one of these, you can order those from VW Family Farm. They have, I think the way they have you order them is you just email them, and I'm sure their email is in the description of their videos, so you can email them. They're $6, and they will mail them to you. Okay, let's see. Last week's live show was my first Hump Day lunch video, vlog, that's what I should call it. Anyway, last week, had a good show, had quite a few on, and we was talking so good that it lasted an hour. I wasn't really planning on going an hour, but we had such a good time, it lasted an hour. And you know what happened? I couldn't shut it off. Like, I went to end, like you do, there's a place to tell it to end, and I went to end, and it looked like it shut down, but a couple hours later, I went back on my phone and looked, and it was still said live. Now, I couldn't get back on there, but the thing still said live. And I didn't know what to do. I kind of panicked, and somebody had done commented in the chat again, and I didn't know what to do. So I kept trying to end it or trying to turn it back on so I could end it. It wouldn't let me do nothing, and I ended up deleting the video completely. And then the same thing happened to us, and I don't know why this is happening all of a sudden. It's never done it before, but the same thing happened Friday night to us, and I couldn't get it to end. So Daryl had come in the chat from Two Family Homestead, and I asked him, and he said, shut down all your devices because something is still trying to connect. And so we have like iCloud and everything where all of our stuff is connected. So I have a computer, an iPad, and both of our cell phones are all kind of connected. So I had to shut down every one of them for a few minutes to get that thing to end. So I don't know what's going on there, but that was just weird. And just in case it ever happens to you, shut down all your devices. I don't know why, but anyway, so I may have to do that today. If this won't end and you still see me up for a little while, it's because it didn't end and I'll have to shut everything down. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that, but that's what happened. Let's see. Higgs said you need a cutout of Silent Bob sitting next to you. That's a good idea. Do lay a little cutout over here beside me. He says he's Silent Bob, like when we come on Friday nights, he says he's Silent Bob, but he's not. That's a lie. I don't know if he's watched me today. He's driving and he can watch, but he can't comment. So, and I forgot to remind him, but so I don't know if he's watching or not, but when he says he's Silent Bob, it's a lie. He is not no Silent Bob. Oh, Mo Homesteading said, I have seen people have issues with that lately where they can't shut it down. Huh. I didn't know anybody else was having that issue. I thought it was just me, and I didn't know why. But Daryl told me to shut all my devices down, and I did. I shut them down for like 3 minutes. They say 3 minutes when you're shutting down to reboot. You're supposed to wait 3 minutes. And so I done that, and it worked. So I don't know. I don't know. With tape over his lips, yeah, he'd need tape over his lips to be Silent Bob. Yeah, hi Lee. Hi Lee. He's probably not even watching, y'all. I forgot to remind him, so yeah, probably not. Okay, so on my days off, I've been telling everybody we'd had a few quit, and I started having to work overtime and all that. Now we've hired a few back, and I was going to get some days off, which I'm still getting my Wednesday off because I've already obligated myself to babysit on some Wednesdays. And I told him I can't go back to doing Wednesdays because I've obligated myself to babysit on Wednesdays. Well, another guy quit. Another guy gave a 2-week notice just the other day. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is crazy. So, I still ain't giving up my Wednesday off though. I'm gonna either work overtime some again, but maybe I won't have to. The boss thinks that we can kind of fill in and get it done without me having to go back to a bunch of overtime. So I'm hoping. Y'all say a prayer for me and cross your fingers because I don't want to go back to working all the time. But of course, I'm a loyal employee, so I kind of usually do whatever they need me to do and whatever hours they need me, and but I really don't want to, and I really want to go to part-time, so we'll hope. Another thing on my list, I was talking about channels. I like to give people, shout outs and things, and give credit to ones that we watch and stuff. I don't know if y'all have seen, most people know Mimsey's Garden, Anna and Terry at Mimsey's Garden, and he goes by Poor Boy, and he has been having church on Sunday mornings, a devotional. I call it church because it's pretty much church. He preaches it, boy. Now, we go to church on Sundays usually, but occasionally we have to miss, and this past Sunday, we didn't get to go to church, and so I went over and watched it's Poor Boy. It's on Mimsey's Garden. Excuse me. And he done a wonderful job. I usually go back and watch them later anyway, but I got to watch this one live, and it was awesome. And so if you don't attend a regular church, or if you miss church sometime, go over and check out Mimsey's Garden. I can't remember the time. If anybody knows the time they come on, you can tell it. I think it's 11. I think it's 11 o'clock my time, which is Central. I don't know if they're Central time, but my time, it's usually 11 o'clock, which is Central time. So y'all check them out. He's really good, and it's awesome. And speaking of that, a lot of channels a lot of the YouTube homestead channels have really been talking about their faith a lot lately, and it is so encouraging. It's wonderful. It feels like things kind of get bad, and people really start grasping their faith and hanging on to it, and that's what it feels like is happening right now. People are really getting in there and grasping their faith and talking about their faith and giving testimony, and oh my gosh, it's been so inspiring and wonderful. Love it. So J-Dog's Place, hello there. I finally got that J-Dog come on our live Friday night, and I was having that problem of getting it to shut off, and and he was commenting after I had done shut down. And so I was just telling what Daryl at Two Family told me to shut all my devices down, because we have like 5 devices in the house that are all on iCloud and everything together and connected, and he told me to shut them all down for a few minutes, and I did, and it worked. So I don't know why it done that. It was crazy. I kind of panicked and was like, what am I gonna do? But he talked me through it. So Yorkshire George, Northern Hello Flower, how is you all? Hello there. We're great. Mo Homesteading said, I'm going to try the live streaming as a test with my kids later. I don't know if I have a good enough connection to do it yet. Well, you go for it. Are you gonna be live? I'll be trying to watch for it if you're gonna be live, and try to support. Brenda Duncan, Duncan 1900 Homestead. She done a live the other day. I think it was her first one, and I hope she does more. And she showed the airplane crop duster going over her house and talking about that. So, the Red Shed wants to know where everybody's from, so y'all let her know. We, of course, are Western Kentucky. We are as far west in Kentucky as you can get, because we are right by the river, and we're on the other side of the river is Cairo, Illinois from us. So that's where we're at. West Yorkshire, England. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for joining us from so far away. I am doing for lunch, I'm doing my pimento cheese. I don't know if anybody's seen that video. I just done a video about 2 weeks ago on the best homemade pimento cheese ever. And the reason I say that is because we used to make homemade pimento cheese. Grew up on homemade pimento cheese made with the old commodity or government cheese. And that stuff was delicious. And I didn't know if you could get that anymore, but a reason come up that I was trying to make pimento cheese, and the store-bought is just not the same, y'all. And so I got to looking for if they still had government cheese or what was similar, and I found out that Land of Lakes American cheese is very similar. I'm going to say it's about the same thing. I would say it's the same thing, but I heard it was very similar, so I went and bought it. You can get it at Walmart in the deli. I don't know where else you can get it at. That's where I found it, was Walmart in the deli. It is Land of Lakes American cheese in the block, big block. And if you have them cut you off a 1 pound block, you can make quite a bit of pimento cheese with that. So I'm not going to go over the whole recipe because I do have a video on that I made about 2 weeks ago, but I've already shredded up my cheese, so I'm going to dump that in here and kind of get this started while we're talking, because that's my lunch and it's already past lunch. So I'm going to kind of get that going. I've got my my cheese already shredded, and my pimentos are already drained. I'm going to dump those in there. And I'm going to have this with something new that I just found out about from Amy. Tim and Amy's Homestead on here. And Amy has been showing, she has a channel. She has been showing the kind of keto diet stuff, plus other things. But the keto diet she talks about some. And she done the chaffles. Oh my goodness, they're delicious. I'm going to make a chaffle and spread my pimento cheese on my chaffle. And a chaffle is, you take a waffle iron, and some of them are getting these little mini waffle irons. I don't have a mini, but I'm doing it in my big one, and it's just fine. I just do a big one and then fold it in half. It's just egg. You take 1 egg and about, not even a cup of shredded cheese. That's it. And all you do is sprinkle that cheese in there and let that start melting. And then you pour your egg on top of that. And then you put some more cheese. And you close that thing and you let it go until that, you let it go for, it's supposed to be like 4 minutes, I think. And the cheese will start getting a little crusty. And it kind of acts like a bread in a way. It's kind of a bread, keto bread type thing, but it's delicious, and I'm going to try it, spread my pimento cheese on there today. So it's awesome. Let's see, I'm going to go back up real quick, see. Oh, I didn't get that notification. Oh, her live show. Yeah, I grew up in Owensboro. Oh, okay, awesome. Missouri girl, gonna show that spray pilot a thing or two. Yes, yeah, she's after him. You talking about the little bit of Kentucky on the other side of the Mississippi River? No, See, I was wrong. You're right. There is a little bitty strip of an island that is called Wolf Island that is Kentucky. But no, we're not that far. We're as far as you can get without going into the Mississippi River or Ohio. We're at the confluence of the Mississippi and Ohio, but where we're at is actually more close to the Ohio. Across from us is Mound City, Illinois, and Cairo is just down a little bit, and the Wolf Island is on down just a little bit further down the Mississippi River. So anyway, let me see. Scotland Neck, North Carolina. Tim and Amy's from there. The Red Shed said my hubby would love this cheese. Well, let me tell you, it is so good. This is the best pimento cheese to me, in my opinion. And I can't hardly eat store-bought pimento cheese. It just, I just don't like it. And Lee won't eat it at all. Lee won't eat pimento cheese from store-bought or anything, but he will eat this, and he loves it. And they used to make it with the commodity or government cheese that the government used to give away. I don't think they do that anymore. As far as I have found, they don't do that anymore. But this is pretty much the same thing, I believe. It is, you can get it at Walmart. I'm sure you can get it other places. But once I found this, I'm like, oh, yep, that brings back memories. And it's delicious. Anyway, let's see. Higgs said that can kill or cripple an animal. Yeah. Yeah, them spraying over your farm. I want a sandwich of your pimento cheese and a bowl of chili. Yes, that would be good. I'm in chat again for a few minutes. Okay. An island. Yeah, it's called Wolf Island, and it's actually down there by Columbus, Kentucky, where Columbus Park is. You can kind of look out across catty-cornered, and there's kind of an island out there. It's called Wolf Island. And they farm that. I know a farmer that used to get on a boat and go over there and farm that. Yeah, honest. Let's see. Hicks Rock. I had 2 tomato sandwiches for lunch. A little cheese would have helped. Down the river from Paducah. Yep. All right, so I'm going to continue on a little bit with this. I put just a little sugar. I don't do sugar. I do sweetener. I don't do sugar, but I put just a tiny bit of sugar in this. It just brings out the pimentos. An older lady taught me that a long time ago. That just a little, and then when she said it, I thought, sugar? Yuck, I don't want sweet pimento cheese. It don't make sweet pimento cheese. It just brings out that little bit. It's just it's probably a half a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon. It's not even a teaspoon, I don't think, but it just makes that pimento pop. And I can't find my spoon. There's my spoon. All right. Let's see. I love those things. What do we love? Tomato sandwiches, yep. Taking advantage of the tomatoes while they were still around, yep. Gotta let the dogs out. Always end up hungry. Yes, because we all cook. We all cook or talk about cooking. Talk about food all the time. And then some mayo. And I like Duke's mayonnaise in mine. That's the best. And from what I understand, some people can't get Duke's. I didn't never know that. I didn't never know that some people couldn't get Duke's mayonnaise. So, I hate that for anybody that can't. Because to me, it's the best mayonnaise. But any mayonnaise will do. Any mayonnaise will do. I just, for some reason, like the Duke's. I don't know what they do. They do something just a little bit different than others. So, I'm making up my lunch here. All right, let me get back to my list for a minute. All right, wait a minute. Hungry. Duke's got it going on. Duke is the only male Mike will eat. Yep. Ah, there's Country Girl. Hey, Country Girl. I bet she's on her lunch break. And I'm doing every Wednesday. I'm off on Wednesdays now. Every Wednesday I'm going to do a 12 noon Central Time quick lunch thing. I say quick, I was only going to do like a little 30-minute quick thing, but then we get to talking and people start coming in and it ends up lasting an hour. It did last week. And there's Bub at Getting Started on Homesteading. J-Dogs, he still wants chocolate. Remind me again what city we are coming to for the picnic. Grand Rivers, Kentucky. It is on Kentucky Lake and land between the lakes. And it's a really beautiful place there. If you haven't, when you get ready to book a room, some of them are staying at Patty's Inn and Suites. Garvin Gardens, hello there. And Tracy has gotten us all kinds of door prizes and raffles, and we are going to have a blast, y'all. We've got all kinds of food coming and lots of door prizes that I'm not even going to try to name them all, but she has a video. She done a video and named some of them. She didn't even name them all. There's more than what she named on her video. So if you want to know more, she just done a video that she posted about the picnic, and so y'all check that out. And she names off some of the food and some of the door prizes and things. And let's see. My mom, add my mom to your prayer list, please. And Kathy at Living Miracle Homestead. Kathy had a surgery, and when they went in to do surgery, and she came on here last week on the show and was still in the hospital, I think. Yeah, she was still in the hospital. They ended up doing several things when they got in there. There was other things. They ended up doing a lot to her, and she's just having a difficult time with that and hurting a lot. And my mom has been having a difficult time, and her knee has been killing her. They think she's got a hairline fracture in there, but it's just been hurting her really bad. And so they gave her a stronger pain medicine, and we don't know for sure if it's the pain medicine or what, but she's been really, really confused lately and having a real hard time. So y'all please pray for both of those. Let's see, I'm going to keep moving on my list so I can get my list done here. I found a new channel. Also, all the channels in here, y'all, if you don't know any channel in here, subscribe to them. Subscribe to each other. Make sure you're subscribed to every channel in here, please. But I was turned on to a new channel that is not Homestead, but has a lot of foraging on there. Now, Higgs Rock Farm told me about Mike Reed Outdoors. And I went and checked him out, and oh my gosh, we love that channel. He talks a lot about foraging, about wild medicinal foraging and stuff, and great information. So if you don't know Mike Reed Outdoors, check that out. That's the kind of thing that me and Lee really like. And we like to forage for food and medicinals and everything. We love foraging. And Lee could do videos like this guy because Lee knows a lot of them. I know some of them. What I don't know, Lee knows. Together, we could do more foraging videos. We just don't. You know, and some of you that have channels, everybody that has channels knows, when it comes time for you to go do something, sometimes you don't think to grab the camera or iPhone and video it. You just go do your thing, and then you're like, oh, I could have videoed that, you know. So we do that all the time. And I told Lee after watching this guy, I said we could do everything that I watched on his. Now, he told us some things we didn't know, but most all the things that he showed, I was like, oh, we do that, you know. So a lot of that stuff we know and could do, but we don't think to video all the time. So you know, live streams are always fun. Yep, yep. I try to make a list and get through some information, or you know, hollering out other channels or something, and then we have a blast. Afterwards we start getting just having fun. So anyway, yeah, Lee needs to do more videos on foraging, on everything. I thought he can do, Lee does like the flint knapping and things. He does like survival stuff. Like he knows how to make fire out of nothing. That he can walk right out there and start a fire with nothing. Honestly, nothing. A stick and a rock, and he can start a fire. And stuff like that that he knows and can do that he doesn't never show or talk about. And I've told him not too long ago, I said, you need to do some more like survival videos on what you can walk right out in the woods and do. And that's kind of what this guy, this Mike Reed Outdoors, he does stuff like that. Lee could do videos like this guy. And so I've been trying to encourage him to do more of that stuff. And hopefully he will. He's just kind of like me. He forgets to video when he's actually doing something, and you know. Let's see. TV. I'm just reading the comments real quick. I read that. Okay. We'll be praying for Daniel. Yes, Daniel at Go for Green Living lost his house and everything. I guess he lost everything. That was very sad. And the family of Andrea Mills. I saw that the husband is still doing some of the videos, and that's awesome. And people were encouraging him to monetize his channel, and they had never monetized. They had like 52,000 subscribers and lots of views and things, and they had never monetized. They just felt like they didn't want people to think they were just doing it for the money, so they didn't monetize. And now Andrea Mills, his wife, passed away just suddenly with cancer, and the name of the channel is Andrea Mills. And so everybody's encouraging him to monetize. And I saw last night, I think it was, where he put one of those polls out and asked, do you think we should monetize or not? And he kind of gave his reason why he hadn't monetized, and most everybody on there said yes, monetize so you can, so it will help your family, because they had 9 kids. She was pregnant with the 10th kid, and so now he's got 9 kids to raise, and everybody was like, yes, monetize. So I hope he does and keeps up the channel. Let's see. Keep Art and Bree in your prayers. They are having problems with mold. I didn't know what the problem was. I saw several people asking for prayer for Art and Bree, and I didn't know what the problem was. I was going to go try to watch and see what the problem was. I know their channel, but I hadn't watched the newer videos to see. I need to catch up on some people. Hey, sorry. My phone rang and I put it on airplane mode. Somebody told me that you had to put it on airplane mode when you go live to keep from getting phone calls, and I did. This is on airplane mode and it still rang. So I hope I didn't lose anybody, but yeah, my phone started ringing and it's on airplane mode, so I don't get that. Anybody know about that? I'll have to find out about that. I'll have to ask Two Family if nobody knows on here. But yes, this is on airplane mode. I put it on right before I went live. Somebody told me to do that and I wouldn't get interruptions with phone calls, but I just did. Anyway, he should monetize and then go back and monetize all the older videos. Yes, he absolutely should. they done homeschooling, and I think she showed a lot of homeschooling videos and things like that, and just raising a big family and everything. And I kind of understand why they didn't monetize listening to him say it, but then at the same time, I'm like, oh, no, 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 forget that, go monetize. Let's see, the Barefoot Mama, hello there. Did you see she said she sold all her goats today? Are you talking about Art and Bree? Did they sell all their goats? I don't know if that's who you're talking about. Watch the video. I missed a few things here. I'm going back to look at your comments. First time I heard homesteading with the Heberts. Well, thank you. I'm glad you came on. I am subscribed to y'all. Let's see. Gossmania. Hey, Gossmania. I just talked about you a while ago. I know you were in Melissa. I was in Melissa Homestead Mom. I was in her live, and I hated to leave, but I had already said I was going to do this, so I wanted to come over and do it. But she had a really good live show going on, and I'm going to go back and watch that afterwards. And I saw that you were in there, so I knew you'd be late, because that was interesting. I will go back and finish watching after this. I watched a video where he said they will not be monetizing. Well, last night, I saw that too, but last night he done a poll. He had a poll where he was asking if people thought he should monetize or not. And most people said yes, so I don't know. Maybe he's still thinking about it, maybe, I don't know. I really think he should, but, you know, that's his conscience. That's what he feels, you know, whatever he feels like he needs to do. I feel like the Lord's leading him because he seems like a good Christian man, and I believe the Lord will lead him in what he needs to do. CG's got to go back to work. Thanks for stopping in, country girl. Yes, Art and Bree are the ones that sold their goats today. You must have put it on your paper plane, my paper plane mod. I guess, because everybody has told me that if you put it on airplane mode, you wouldn't get interrupted. But yeah, my stuff don't ever work like it's supposed to. Nothing. In my animals, we talk about this all the time. Our animals don't act right. None of them. They all act like another animal or act stupid or something. Oh. Prayers for anyone with children in public schools. Yes. That's what my daughter, I guess all my grandchildren are in public schools, and one of them was having a hard time this morning, and her mother texted us and said, you know, please pray for her today. She's having a hard time at school, and so before she went to school this morning, we all prayed for her. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is sad. I haven't watched their new video yet. Yeah, the Barefoot Mama. Yeah, Art and Bree, I'm subscribed to them, and I used to watch a lot, but now there's so many. It's hard to watch everybody, and I always end up having to go back and catch up later, so I haven't caught up on them lately. I'll have to go watch and see what's going on. I sure hate that for them. My brother-in-law, Lee's brother, my brother-in-law and his wife, about 2 years ago found black mold, and what a mess. It was a huge mess. They had to go in and rip out walls and I don't know, bleach and put up new walls and just all kinds of stuff. It was horrible. It ended up being, they thought it was just behind a wall, but they got in there and it had spread, and it was even underneath the carpet. They had to tear out floors. It was horrible. They had to almost redo their whole house, you know. It was just a huge mess. And then the money, of course, it costs so much to do all that. What town is the meet going to be in? It's the picnic. We're having Heartland Homesteaders old-fashioned picnic. It is in Grand Rivers, Kentucky, at Little Lake Park on September 14th from about 10 to 4. Got lots of door prizes and raffles and lots of food. It's going to be a good old time. And everything's free. Free, free, free. Come for the free food, free door prizes, money for raffles. We're going to have a raffle, several raffles. So money for that. That's going to a good cause that we will announce then. There's Kathy at Living Miracle Homestead. I just asked prayer for you. I hope you're feeling good. Just got home. Let's see. Pete's Little Homestead snuck in. Hey, Pete. Children are having severe anxiety when they shouldn't about school. Yes, you got that right. There's so much drama and bullying and drama and stuff that goes on in there. And I feel like some of the teachers, I feel like most of the teachers try and are good, but they're spread too thin. That's what I think. They're just spread too thin. There's not enough teachers, one teacher for a whole big old group of students just can't be, that's got to be hard. And I feel like most of the teachers are trying to do good and everything. Then I feel like there's a few that just don't care, that are just there for a job and don't care. But most of them, I feel like, care. They just are spread too thin. So that's my opinion. Brenda Duncan says, I'm going to bring some children's reading books to the picnic if anybody wants them. They are similar to the old Dick and Jane books. They would be good for homeschooling. That's awesome. Thank you, Brenda. Awesome. And Gossmania said they want it to go to the picnic, but just don't think they can do it. I would love it if you could. That'd be wonderful. But if you don't, we will meet sometime. At the, probably, I don't know if y'all are going to Deep South or the Shindig. We're going to be at both of those. I'm not sure what all Lee's going to go to. He has a little more obligation here than I do, and I want him to go, but sometimes he don't want to go, and then I had to find somebody to go with me, like the HOA. I wanted to go to the HOA so bad, the Homesteaders of America. That's in October, I think 11th and 12th, and I wanted to go so bad, but I wasn't going to drive out there by myself, and a couple of different ones I talked to about going out there with me and thought they might, but then they couldn't, and so I thought I wasn't going to get to go, y'all. And Brenda at Duncan 1900 Homestead, they are going, and they have already booked their rental place, and she offered to let me ride with them and share in their rental place that they've gotten. So gosh, y'all don't know how much I appreciate that. And that's a big, huge blessing for me because I want it to go so bad. Now, saying that, my mom is getting in worse shape, and my daughter is going to be gone that week before and that weekend. So I'm having to work out for other people to be there. But my sister, I have a sister that lives here. She works as much or more than I do. And but she's going to try to take vacation for those days so that I can get to go. And one of my other daughters, I have 5 daughters, one of my other daughters is going to see about taking her vacation or taking some days off. So that should be covered. And anyway, so I'm going to get to go to the Homesteaders of America conference in October with Brenda and Paul. And I thank them so much. She will not know what that means to me. Let's see. Reading comments again. Deep South and the Shindig for sure. Good, good, good. We will see there and be... it's like a big old family reunion when you finally get to go to one of these and you've talked to these people, and then you get to go and meet them, and everybody's just a hugging because it's like a big old family reunion. Just love it. And Kathy, Please go, yeah. Oh, you're talking, Kathy's talking about the Homesteaders of America. I thought she was talking about the picnic. I was like, you're coming to the picnic. Kathy at Living Miracle Homestead, she lives down in Florida. She's going to get to come to the picnic, and she's going to come stay with me and Lee and get to come to the picnic. So that's wonderful. Let's see. Tracy said I have to go. Have a great afternoon. Yep, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Had so much fun last year. Yeah. So Kathy, did you go to the HOA last year? Is that what you're talking about? I didn't know if you did. I think that I think it's probably a little bit expensive, and I mean it is compared to some, because like ours is free. So the HOA is a little bit more expensive, and it's far away from us. But I felt like I just got to go at least once, you know. And so I think it's probably a huge experience that everybody needs to at least go to one time. So this is my time. Oh, me. I think I've about got my list covered here. I'm going to finish up this. Got to finish this up so I can have my lunch in a minute. I think it needs just a little more mayo. I'm making my homemade pimento cheese. I have a video on this. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It is just the best homemade pimento cheese, y'all. When I finally found the cheese that I needed that tastes like the old government commodity cheese, oh my goodness, this is the thing. I like a lot of mayo. Y'all are probably thinking, what is she doing with all that mayo? I like a lot of mayo. I like it mixed up moist like that. And then I'm going to make myself one of those chaffles. I'm on the keto, so I can have the pimento cheese. And I'm going to make a chaffle. And I'm going to spread some of this pimento cheese on my chaffle and have a very good lunch here in just a few minutes. I've been on here an hour again. This is so much fun interacting with everybody. And when you're like live, you're like, it's not just a comment left. You can like interact back and forth. It's so much fun that I can't help but do at least an hour. I said I was going to make these short and just do like a 30-minute quick thing, but there's no way. You can't do it. I made some for my sister last week, and she tells me she is out already. Yes, this is so good. It's homemade. Any homemade pimento cheese is better than store-bought, I'm going to tell you. And I feel that way about most everything is better than store-bought. It's just going to cost too much to head out there this year. Yeah, I was going to do it anyway if I could get somebody to ride with me, because Lee can't go. It's during harvest season, and there's no way he can go. And I don't know if Lee would like it as much as me, because he can't sit still and listen to somebody talk. And at the HOA, I think they have a lot of conference type where you're sitting listening to speakers and stuff. I'm not sure Lee would do good with that, because he would probably fall asleep and fall out of his chair right during the middle of everything, because that's just Lee. He can't sit still. And to sit still, he's probably going to fall asleep. So if he was sitting there listening to somebody speak, it would be horrible. He does good to sit in a chair over here during our live shows, because he's just antsy and can't sit still. And you know, so yeah, he would probably fall asleep and fall out of the chair, and that would be embarrassing. But and it's also during harvest season, and he drives a grain truck and won't be able to get off work for it. And so I can't drive that far. It's about it's 11 and a half hours, but by the time you figure stops to the bathroom and stuff, you're talking about 13 hours, and there is no way I could do that by myself. I have to toss and turn. I have a sciatic nerve problem on this side, and I have to wiggle around and toss and turn, and you can't do all that and drive. And then also, I have a problem if I'm driving or riding, even driving, anytime I'm in a car, I get sleepy. Does anybody else do that? I do. If I ride in a car, I'm like a baby. You know how babies crying at night and you can't shut them up and you take them out in the car and drive them down the road and they'll fall asleep? I do the same thing. I'll sleep halfway there, Brenda. Oh, we make a lot of stops on the way, she said. Yeah, that's, if I'm not driving, I can kind of scoot around back and forth and ease that up. But when I'm driving, I can't. And Kathy said, if David drives, I sleep. Yeah, it makes me so sleepy to ride or even driving. You wouldn't think driving would do that. But riding makes me really sleepy. And then if I'm driving a very long ways, I start getting sleepy too. Like, dangerous. It's dangerous. Bub is back. What you been doing, Bub? Bub went and ate lunch while we stood here and talked about lunch. Let's see. Yep, that's all I have on my list here. Rewatched where you mentioned my shirts. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get Gossmania is making shirts, and so all you gotta do is get with her, and I think they're just gonna be so cute. She had one on in her last video, and it says she may have to put what it says. I'm gonna forget. Homestead Sisterhood, and then there's something underneath it that says, if you want to tell that, Jerusha, go ahead, because I don't remember exactly what underneath it said. And then it's Homestead Brotherhood with a little thing underneath that said love, life, something. I can't remember exactly. But really cute. I love stuff like this that makes us a community. Along the River Homestead. Hello there, Along the River Homestead. I don't know if I have subbed to you, but afterwards I will look you up and sub to you. I think I'm subbed to everybody on here except that one, but I will go back and check and make sure I am. I have to sleep when my wife drives. She scares the crap out of me. Maybe that's it. No, it just makes me sleepy. I also have a farm life one. Okay, let me go back up. Here it is. Homestead Sisterhood, Faith, Farming, Fulfillment. That's what it was. And does the Homestead Brotherhood, does it say the same thing underneath? Faith, Farming, Fulfillment? Yes. Yes, it says below, Faith, Farming, Fulfillment. Well, they're very cute. And so if anybody wants one of those, you can contact Jerusa at Gossmania. I just came in from outside. Hello. Nona Grace. Let's see. I hope I haven't missed anybody on here. I try to name everybody off and welcome everybody. If I ever miss you, I am sorry. It's hard to, usually when we're on our Friday night live, we have the big computer in here. And you can see it a little better and keep up. And then I have Lee beside me, and he kind of helps keep up with the chat too. But on here doing this, I have to look up and down and read them all myself. You can also see the designs on my Instagram. Okay, I will check that out. And let's see. Okay, we've been an hour, y'all. Now see, it's so much fun. The hour goes by so fast, and then you're like, you don't even want to leave. But I do got to get my lunch fixed. It's 1 o'clock. I got to get my lunch fixed and get some other stuff done. It's my Wednesday off now. I'm so happy to have Wednesday off, y'all. It's wonderful. It's right in the middle of the week, and you can get more stuff done. And so I'm using this time because I was working overtime for so long. I've been working overtime for, I don't know, 6 or 8 months. Probably 6 months, I'd say. I've been working overtime, and my house become a mess. I just couldn't get everything done. And then the weekends you're doing other stuff and been out in the yard, and my house had become a mess. So I'm starting to try to get my house back in order on these Wednesdays off. Um, Along the River Homestead just checked your Instagram, so that's great. Let's see. I do have to go canning salsa and some berry spread. That sounds good. Great hour. Sorry I missed some. Yes, Melissa. I'm going to go back and watch Melissa's. I just love Melissa. It's Full House Homesteaders, Homestead Mama. That woman is so smart, and she has such good information. And man, and she usually, I'm not sure that she done it the last couple of Saturdays, but on Saturday mornings at 9, she usually has a kind of an herbal class, or she'll talk about herbs or essential oils and do that, and that's really good. I get out my notebook and write down everything she says on Saturday mornings, but I've missed it the last couple. I'm not sure if she didn't have it or I just missed it, but usually on Saturday mornings she does that, and she's so smart. So smart. Check her out. Living Miracle. See y'all tonight at 9. Oh, Living Miracle. Kathy at Living Miracle Homestead is coming on Wednesday nights at 9. Now, is that Central? Is it 9 Central? Or Eastern and it's 8 for me? I think it's Eastern and it's 8 for me. If you let us know if you're still on here, let us know if that's I think 9 for you, and that's Eastern. So for me it's 8, I believe. Anyway, y'all check out Living Miracle Homestead. I'll be doing a giveaway. Yep, 1,000 giveaway with one of our shirts. We'll be watching for that. Eastern. Yep, Kathy said it's Eastern. So for me that's 8. So y'all watch for Kathy tonight and anybody else on here. And and if you miss a live show, you can always go back and watch it. I know you don't get to interact as much, but just like Melissa, she's got some really good information. I'm fixing to go watch hers while I eat my lunch. And I'm fixing to get my lunch here. So I got my pimento cheese. I'm going to make me a chaffle real quick, and I'm going to spread this on there. I will see y'all next time. Don't forget to watch us on Friday night at 9 Central Time, me and Lee both. And then next Wednesday, on Wednesdays, I plan on doing this Hump Day lunch. So y'all come back and join us. And we'll talk to you later. And thanks for coming.